Hello and welcome to episode 3 of our journey through Monster.
Yes.
Right, you have joined us. We're about to go hunting for the abominable antelope.
Just before we do, there's one thing we should have done at the end of last video, which is quite obvious, but I want to do it now. So, John's bone dagger should have been given to Chris, because that now unlocks his tunic ability to give him +1 evasion as well.
So much like how Justin
is loaded out, Chris is now similar, and it means we've got 2 reasonably good fighters.
Okay. Well, you've joined us on the hunt. So we're hunting for the open belly antelope of doom.
Yes.
Yeah, it screams a lot, and it will gobble people up with that open belly.
Right.
So warning,
it actually eats you with the belly. Yeah.
Eep.
If I turn this over, just so as you can see its guts and rib cage open up and have teeth.
so
Lovely.
Nom nom nom.
What he doesn't realize is we eat our own dead, so we ain't taking any crap.
We'll eat anything.
Yeah. So it's the same kind of setup again.
Yep.
Where the animal-specific hunt locations go, it says in the book you place those. So you can see that the locations are slightly different to the lion. There are, again, basic hunt events, screaming antelope hunt events, the overwhelming darkness, and starvation.
So the objective is we want to try and get him before something moves him possibly over to here.
And the antelope has a habit of doing that.
Right, well, will I take the lead on this?
Yep.
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, so I'm going to march forward into the first spot and bring everybody with me. And what we have is a screaming antelope card, carpet of ticks.
Yeah.
Eek.
The ground is covered with a carpet of huge, writhing ticks.
Yeah.
Each survivor must try and fend off the swarm. Roll 1d10 and add your hunt experience to the result. On the result of a 6+, you successfully smash the ticks away in a shower of gore. Otherwise, on a result below 6, the ticks make you sick and reduce your survival to 0.
Ooh.
Roll 1d10. On the result of an 8+, suffer permanent -1 strength.
The one thing before we get into that, did everyone add +1 survival for being departing survivors?
2
No.
and 3, yes, I did.
No, I did as well. Yeah, we're good.
Well, then I'll assume I did. Yes, I'll assume I did.
So we'll just
I'm on a 2.
But let's do that then. So
Okay,
you've got to get a...
I need to get a 6+.
And you've got Hunt XP of 2, so
No.
you're fine.
All right, okay,
Hunt
yeah.
XP.
Okay, that's fine.
So I need a 4 or more as well then. So I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Justin?
I need the same. I'm fine.
You're fine.
Okay,
John,
John.
however, needs an extra 1 to that, so he needs a 5 or better.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, John.
We're
You got
fine.
it. Right, we're okay.
So, crushing ticks.
Yeah.
Right, so we've crushed all the ticks. There's no bonus to that. We just moved that out of the
survived
way.
it.
Okay.
Okay.
So the next hunt event, which I'll reveal,
We'll move
is a
forward.
basic one. So I just roll
Everybody
a
rolls forward.
D100 and go back to the Book of Absolute Madness.
Yep.
What are we going to get? A
48.
This guy. Death Wager. The survivors are awoken by a traveller hidden in a deep cloak. The traveller removes his hood to reveal a face whose jaw is split in two. 2 chins curve away from each other, each with its own mouth. So, something I'm going to say is, on the, I think it's the luck token, is the very person we're meeting.
Okay.
Ah.
So it's a guy with 2 mouths. Do they speak independently of each other?
I believe so.
Does one always
Right.
tell truth and the other
The
always
2
tell lies?
chins curve away from each other, each with its own mouth. In a dreamlike state, the survivors all understand this entity is known as the Gambler, and if they speak, they will. If they speak, they will die. Until this event is completed, only the event revealer. So that's me. So now you 2 have to be quiet. An interesting power I now have in this show. Anyway, if any other player speaks, they're dead. So your survivor dies. The survivors must play the gambler's game or be trapped with him forever. Each player must roll on the table. I'm just going to say, Warren, roll, and I'll say what your result is. A 4. You're fine. You do not lose. You do not win. Play again if you wish. But if you do, you roll on the table again. You don't want to at this point. Really, no. I have to roll. Oh, no. I get a 10. That's good. I get +1 permanent luck. Excellent. And Justin, for yourself. Are you going to do... Yeah, that's going to make a difference. A 2. You're fine. Well, John's fine. As for yourself? 4. You're fine. Do you want to roll again? Do you want to roll again? We can talk.
Okay.
Hardest minute in a video ever.
When it's the gambler, you gotta know when to roll and you gotta know when to hold.
So obviously there are things which can help add to those rolls, but really, I was to have rolled a 10 to get +1 luck. I'm not going to risk it.
Okay.
Well, you got your +1 luck anyway.
Shall we all move forward?
I think let's move forward. I don't want that again.
Everything
So
moves
this
forward.
one goes to me.
Okay.
All right. In the words of one of my favorite actors of all time.
Mickey Mouse.
No. It's a stampede!
Oh, okay.
Right, okay.
Robin Williams. Jumanji.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
A thunderous boom approaches the survivors.
Thunderous broom, are we going to sweep up?
A thunderous boom approaches. The survivors may hide. If they do, move the quarry 1 space back.
Okay, I think that's...
No, we're not going to hide.
Otherwise,
Speak
all
for yourself.
survivors gain +1 courage, and the event revealer rolls 1d10. Okay?
And the list of horrible things that could happen is...
Trampled. All survivors suffer 2 event damage to each hit location.
If we roll...
If you roll a 1.
Uh-huh.
If you roll a 2, in the chaos, the survivors glimpse the monster that spooked the screaming antelope. All survivors suffer 2 brain damage, event damage.
Okay.
And on a 9 or a 10, the survivors corner one of the stampeding antelopes. Start the showdown immediately.
And it's... is it just starts immediately, not an ambush?
Yeah, it just starts immediately. So,
right, so hang on. So if we don't do anything,
It moves back
he
one.
moves to here.
yeah,
And
we
that
have to
means,
chase
because
them
it's an empty event location, we do a normal event location
Yeah.
thing. So even though it's empty, the cards are really placeholders to go, if you
So we
stack them
roll
with
on the
you
random
would still
table.
roll again.
Which is probably more favourable than all of those options other than catching them on a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
And we're not going to roll a 9 or a 10, are we?
Well,
No.
suffering 2 brain damage isn't bad because we've all got a lot
Pretty
of
high insanity.
so we can't stick it.
Yeah, I think it could be a good risk.
And we would gain courage.
That is a good point.
We all gain courage to bring us closer to story events.
Yeah, I vote take it.
I'm taking it on the chin. Warren, if we have one person say hide, we hide.
No, let's take it. You want to take it? I'm prepared to take it.
All right, so we all gain 1 courage.
Okay.
We
Now I
all
have
take...
to roll.
Oh yeah, we may get brain damage. Let's see.
3.
So we do take brain
We do
damage.
take brain damage, but that's
Uh-huh.
okay.
So is that 3 brain damage?
2 brain damage.
Okay.
Okay.
So, eraser?
Yeah. We glimpse a horrible monster. What do we
Mhm.
care?
Yep.
We're insane.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're still bathed in blood from the hunt of the lion the previous time. So.
Yes.
Okay. So, we just move on.
Yeah, that goes. And the next event is obviously the antelope. So that's the end of the hunt, and the showdown begins.
Right. We
Yeah.
will prep for that. We'll be right back. It's the main event. We're going antelope hunting.
Indeed.
I need some meat for the fire.
Right, Chris, can you explain what we've got on the table here?
Okay, so if we forget the survivors where they are right now,
Yep.
we haven't placed them properly. The antelope starts in the center of the board.
Mhm.
That's the same for every monster, anytime.
Yeah.
Again, the book tells you where to place terrain relative to it. So certain bits of terrain we have to put on the board. In this case, the acanthus plants. So we put down 6 tokens. That means we've taken from the terrain deck 3 of these cards. Because
Yep.
that means 6 in total.
Now, was that at random or
Not at random. We have to
we
take
had
those.
to take those? Okay.
Because
Yep.
the antelope is here chewing on these plants.
And is there anything that we can do with these plants? Is there?
We can harvest them and use
Yep.
them to heal people.
Right.
So
Okay. So if we get a chance to grab them, we should have a go
Yeah.
at that.
It also, because the antelope feeds on it, and it's related to its instinct, it means it dictates how the antelope will react sometimes. So we can use this to our advantage.
So it might go across to a plant.
Yeah, so you see the blue box at the bottom there.
Mhm.
Beneath
Says-
that is its instinct.
Right. Okay.
So if it's got no other target, it will move to the nearest acanthus plant and eat
eat.
it.
Okay.
That does mean it gets back health levels. So we've got
right,
a problem
okay.
there.
Yep.
Now we've got to place some terrain that we
Now,
have
did it
randomly
tell? All right. So we randomly selected this terrain.
from what remains in the deck. So we've
Okay.
removed the acanthus plant cards that we drew.
Mm-hmm.
These are, and also a good point to note is that normally terrain has to obey certain rules in where it's placed.
Yeah.
The acanthus plants for this hunt against the antelope have to be placed anywhere within a certain zone of the antelope. Again, that's all in the book. It shows you a map, and it shows you exactly where the squares are, where they have to be placed within.
Okay.
Got it.
So these are placed within, in and around, and that's what it's eating. It's in a patch of acanthus. So we've got a long fallen pillar and 3 small columns that we can place in any way. So the pillar has to be placed at least 5 spaces away from the monster.
Okay.
And the columns have to be placed at least 4 squares away from any other terrain. So let's make a bit of room.
And is that
So if we go-
including the acanthus plants?
Yeah, it's including that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And that's a good place to put it because our starting location, unlike against the lion we were anywhere around it within 6 spaces away.
Yeah.
This time our starting zone is here or on the exact opposite side of the board in that zone.
Here. Right. Okay.
And a nice thing to point out if people want to record their game in a kind of chess play manner, so you could play online, I think people do this, you'll notice that all the grid is numbered and has letters. So you could play online, one person running the main game. And
Warzone to G16.
Exactly. And you've just got your character sheet and someone is running the deck and everything, who could be your GM, actually.
Yeah.
So that's again, it supports online play.
Lovely.
Amazing.
There we go. Right, where will we put these?
So
in?
4 squares away. So I think we need some here, so we can come at 2 angles.
Okay.
And this one might be good somewhere in the middle, so we can at least flank or somewhere.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, let's put it there.
Okay.
And that's us set up for that. Now we're just going to place our survivors. So I'm
going to go down here.
okay with the sword.
I'll
I
go
will
down
go
there.
here.
And where
Let's
will
put
John go?
John up at the other end.
Okay.
On the other side here.
Yeah.
So we're behind the pillar. So with line of sight, they make it very simple that it has to be a line of sight that is unbroken from the center of the model to the center of the model. Because other games which use grids do some weird shenanigans with line of sight.
Yeah.
Hybrid, which I wrote that article for, does shenanigans with that because it's grid based. This simplifies
Very
it.
simple.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. We're ready.
Monster?
It's the monster AI. So again, Lauren,
Okay.
if you want to do the duties.
I'll control it. Flip over his AI. Let's see what he does.
AI.
Chomp.
Infested.
Ooh.
Trait. So, when this comes into play, the monster gains a +1 toughness token.
Lovely.
So it's already toughness 8.
So it's now going to be toughness 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Discovering the ticks is gruesome. Roll a d10 for each survivor, and a result of a 6+ suffer 1 brain damage per monster level.
Right.
Okay, go on then.
This gets worse.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Roll
4.
2.
I'm okay.
8 for me, so
you're
I'll
not-
take 1.
Yep.
And then 1 for John. A 1, so he's
Okay,
fine.
that wasn't
so
too
I
bad.
take 1.
So brain damage because this thing has a heaving mass of ticks and flies and
Yeah,
Horrible.
It's just horrible looking.
Right. Okay.
Right. The next thing is we draw another AI card.
okay. So the
And
important
resolve
thing
it.
is because it's a trait.
Yeah.
We put it on the trait card there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So draw another AI card. So
Mhm.
it gets to do something else. Bolt. Closest knockdown survivor target? Nope. Furthest threat in range.
No one's in range because it's the range it can move.
So it will graze.
So it moves to the closest acanthus plant. So you're the monster control.
Which is this one, I believe.
Yeah, okay.
So he goes
Across
like
one
that.
and munch.
And then on top of it.
Okay.
And then we remove that. I think with graze it says normally if it does graze, which is on that card there with the instinct, it heals 1 health level. Also, you put a card back in the AI deck.
Yeah.
And you remove that from the game.
Yeah, but because there isn't any in the winch stack, I assume it doesn't gain
So it
extra.
eats it and it just fills its belly up.
Okay.
Okay. Next up, because
Oh,
there's more
it's
to
still
this.
going. Right. Okay.
This thing does a lot. Move the screaming antelope in a straight line away from all survivors.
Okay, so that's kind of a bit difficult because we're
I think it would come.
so I
this
think
way.
it'll go in that direction. So yeah,
It's full move.
use some common sense.
Yeah.
So full move, what's that? That's 8.
I'm trying to figure that
Movement
out.
is 8.
Level 1 screaming antelope is move 6.
Oh, move 6. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so it runs across here.
Yeah.
Right.
And then we finish off the infested card.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
When a survivor ends their act adjacent to the monster, roll a d10, and a result of a 1 or 2, they're infested with ticks and gain -1 strength token.
Okay, so that's not permanent strength. That's just a token for that fight, but that is kind of annoying. So
Yeah.
our ranged weapons now have come into their own. They're more
crucial.
useful than ever.
Right. Okay, so it's over to us
Us,
now.
yeah.
Should you guys start throwing your...
I might actually go. I'm
stones?
going to go with the founding stone. I want to get a quick wound on it.
Yeah, myself and John will go with it as well. Let's go for all three. Or do you
But
want to see
I'm
it?
also concerned because we're not very close at this moment. Its natural instinct will be to graze.
Yeah.
So it may be a waste at this point until we're close enough.
Well, you move and throw it,
There is that point.
and then we all start to get closer.
And it knocks out possibilities for it pretty quickly.
Let's do that. Okay, so I'll
Let's
go
at least throw one.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to put myself forward. I've got encouraged, but I'm not going to use that yet. So the founding stone disappears because I use it. It's a critical hit. So on the hit location.
Ferocious spasm, the reflex.
Oh, okay.
So the screaming antelope frantically attacks everything around it.
But it won't do that because it's a critical hit.
But it's just there is no critical on this.
Oh no! Well, that means we don't get a critical hit against it.
But does it still take a damage?
No.
Oh,
Really?
Well, it's not a critical hit. It's an auto. Let's just check. If you just check founding stone, we don't get a critical hit. Let's just say one automatic hit that inflicts a critical wound. So it'll still be a wound. It's just not a crit.
Yeah.
So we
Remove one card then.
yeah.
Okay, one card gone.
So it's quite annoying when you get that because you've got no benefit.
Okay, all I can do is move, so I'm just going to start moving forward. Okay. 1, 2.
Yep.
Let me see.
Yep. You can do that.
Yeah, that's right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you're still way out of range.
I'm way out of range for my
So
bone
I'm just going to
darts.
run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here. Because I think if it's coming back to here, we should be sort of in this area.
But you can use your ability for your action, which is to look at its AI deck.
Actually, yes. So I will use my rawhide headband to look at the top 2 AI cards and place them back in any order I want. So that's 2 there, I believe.
Yep, that's right.
Okay. Now, can I tell you what these are, or do I just have to?
Oh,
read
you can
them myself?
tell. You can tell us what they are, and then you put them back in any order.
Okay, so the first one is it's an L. Should that be in there?
That shouldn't be in there. You constructed this. No, that shouldn't be in there. Discard. Why did that get in there? That
don't
should
know.
not be in there.
Well, we have the AI deck here, so
I
pick
will-
one randomly.
I will have to make sure it's a basic. Is it a basic card?
Okay. Well, the other one in the meantime is Gore. So full move in the direction the monster is facing, and then turn to face the closest survivor. Then you pick a target, random survivor in range, no target graze, and if it's got a target, it'll attack for a 1 speed, 2+ attack with an after damage, which knocks you down.
Right, well, it's not going to reach anything, so maybe that's the one we should do first. We'll have a look at the second one.
The other one is Bite. So closest target, or closest survivor in the field of view, it's a 1 speed attack with 2 accuracy that does 2 damage. Yeah, I'm going to put that second because that would be the worst one.
Okay.
So like that, and then John still has to move.
Yep.
So what I'll do is I'll have John go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here.
Is he going to throw a shard?
No,
Okay.
no, because I think we're going to save the other 2 shards. For a little later.
Hopefully, we'll see what happens with the AI. We might get something that means it's not going to chow down.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's left then? Just
That's everything.
That's everything.
That's
So it's
everything.
now
Okay, back to
passed
the monster.
around.
Chris, you're
What
in
have we
charge.
got?
So we've got the Gore.
Okay.
So random survivor in range. How do we know the range? Is
So
it just its speed?
Ranges, yeah, their movement.
So if there's anyone within 6, there's not.
Yeah.
No.
So it will graze.
Okay,
Okay.
like I said. So it'll move to the nearest piece, which is there. We remove that, and it gains back that AI to the bottom of the deck.
Yep. But it's to the bottom of the deck. Which
This
is good.
guy is
It's going to be annoying.
tough enough, isn't he? Yeah. Okay.
All right. So then it's back to us. So, Warren, do you want to try and maybe get in range for an attack?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You're well in range.
You're in range with your bone darts.
Yeah, so I'm going to do my bone darts.
So it's speed 1,
Uh-huh.
and it needs a 7+. It's a perfect hit.
Yep.
So I don't. Is there anything on a perfect hit for you? Nope.
Nope.
Okay. What is the ability of them? Is it just that they're
frail, if
Frail,
you
yeah.
attempt it with a super dense
And its
hit location.
strength is 3,
Okay.
toughness is 8,
Toughness is 8, yeah.
but it's got a toughness token, so it's 9.
9.
So 6 or better.
Okay.
7.
7.
That'll be a wound.
Okay.
But what's the
yeah.
we should have checked the hit location.
Yeah.
See, we get ahead of ourselves. Don't be a trap. It would have been a trap, so we negate even that.
Okay, yep.
Wailing slide trap. Reshuffle the hit location deck. The screaming antelope panics. Its undermouth unleashes an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. The attacker is doomed, and all survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level, with knockback 5. None of us are adjacent.
Exactly.
Which is fine. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move in a straight line. On collision, non-death survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules.
So it ends up there, which
Yeah,
is
it
not
doesn't touch
actually that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the best result of a bad card.
situation. Yeah.
So shuffle that. But at least now it's going to be shuffled, and hopefully odds are
Yeah.
it shouldn't be anywhere near the
Yeah.
top of the deck.
Unless
Odds
I
are.
shuffle.
We hope.
I shuffle horribly.
Okay, right.
I don't want
that
to
down
be
back.
playing like blackjack with you then, do I? So that was the reaction to your attack, and now the rest of our actions still can continue. So actually, John's in a
John
good place
is in
to
a
do
good
a
place.
rear strike.
Yeah, so we'll start with John. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you go for a rear strike with the shard.
Yep.
Remembering that
Does John not have the dagger?
No, we gave it to
All right, okay.
the other character. So, but he's still in a reasonable position to actually get an attack on.
yeah, but
what
the
are
one
we
thing
rolling?
is, I'm just checking the trait. So
It's a 1 or a 2 at the end of its act.
yeah, good.
So we can sort of live with this.
You get 2
7 and
hits.
a 9, so that's 2 hits. So the first one and the second one. No traps.
Okay, no traps.
Mm-hmm.
That
So-
one's not got a reaction, so that might be the one to go with first.
Yeah, restless muzzle, and the other one is restless shoulder. So we'll go for the one without a reaction first, and we'll see. So let's see. It's strength of 1, so
You've got-
8 or better,
Yeah, that's right.
and rear strike +1. So 7 or better.
No, the +1 is only for the hitting,
Gotcha.
not the wounding.
All right. Oh well. So 8 or better.
No.
6, no.
But then you've got a second chance with
7, no.
no.
Unfortunate. So this one, your blow.
That's only if you wound.
Yeah, it's only on a wound.
So some of the reactions happen if you wound the monster. Some
Yeah.
happen no matter what,
That's fine.
and
So-
some happen if you miss.
Nothing
so,
really happens. It's fine.
I'm in a good position to move in and use the bone dagger then.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'll just go there.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 attacks, hit
Yeah.
on 7s. 2 hits.
2 hits,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Strength of the bone dagger and
is-
your own strength.
+1, but I've also got +1 luck, so I could possibly do crits on 9s here.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
roll over
2
the 2.
hits.
Yeah, let's see where the locations are.
Okay.
The other thing to remember, Justin, because you had the end of your act there, we should roll for the trait.
Yeah. So on a 1 or a 2,
Mm-hmm.
a 6 is fine.
He's
You're fine. Okay, so what have I got? Oh, restless ear and a.
Ferocious spasm.
Okay, we'll go with the ear.
It's a reflex.
So that's the reflex
Aye.
is in reaction to my attack, but still we get to resolve these in the order that we
Yeah.
want, unless it says
Otherwise.
first strike, and
Okay.
then you have to do otherwise.
Okay.
So the restless ear,
Aye.
and if you notice on with the antelope, some of these hit locations are easier to wound if you're using particular weapon types.
Okay.
So that's something to bear in mind when you go out hunting. Use the right type of weapon, like
Yeah.
a club
Silver
or a shield, or
Yeah.
so he's quite easy to club rather than knife.
Yeah.
So I'm on strength +1,
Uh-huh.
so I need to get 8s, but anything that's a 9 or more is a critical. No.
7. No.
Fail,
Okay.
and the other one fails.
Mhm.
And what have we got here? One at a time, each survivor in the zone of death gets hit by a basic action. And I have to do the trait thing. So I'll roll for that.
Let's do your trait.
I'm fine. But now everyone gets hit by basic action. So
Okay,
against
so-
me,
Yeah, and you'll gain an insanity because you are the monster controller.
um,
Or is it just
no, it's only if I'm targeting with the
Okay, so it's 2 dice on 2 up.
3 up because of my evasion bonus due to unlocking it with the affinities from the rawhide vest.
Yep.
Both
You're
hit,
fine.
and it's strength of.
1 damage.
Okay, where is it?
Oh, you're not fine. Okay.
Head and
Belt.
belt. So I'll take it on the waist. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I should also update my armor on my body and the head. I'll take it on the head, not use my survival yet, because it's only going through my armor right now.
Yep, which is
So
fine.
it's fine.
And then John.
Oh,
2 for
yeah.
him, needing 2 up.
2 up on him. Both hit. And where do they go? Head and hands.
Okay, so that is just 1 damage to each.
Now, he doesn't have any armor on the head, so it might be worth him spending a survival to block the hit against the head.
Let's do that. So, survival goes to 2.
Yeah. So yeah, the antelope is
Pretty tough.
Yeah.
very different beast.
Because it's so mobile, it's really hard to gang up on it.
Yeah. Okay.
So there were no
right.
wounds there. It's just you and me to go, Warren. So,
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yep. You gonna fling your dart at it?
I'm gonna continue with the bone
I'm
darts.
gonna make a suggestion because I know this monster tramples.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've got enough movement to stay there and,
Yeah.
and be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in range.
Yeah.
And because it tramples, it can hit multiple people in a row.
Ah.
So I would
stay out of the
get
way.
out of the
You're out of
way.
line, yeah.
Okay, right. So I'm going to hit him with my bone darts. So 1. And what is it I need again?
7 plus.
7 plus.
It's a hit.
Right, that's a
Okay.
hit.
And
Alright.
where's it hit?
So not a trap. Restless back. So
Go for the roll to wound. You've got strength 3,
Strength 3.
toughness 9, 6s. It's a
Nine.
wound.
so it's just a regular one?
Yeah, because you've got no luck, have you? No.
No.
So it's a regular
Yeah,
hit.
but if you're using a club or shield on its back, you gain +2 luck.
Wow, okay.
I'm
Excellent.
not. I'm using a dart.
Yeah.
But it does take a wound away.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
That just leaves me.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to try and cut the...
Okay, so the
Stuff
Canthus plant card. Again, if you had a sickle, you would get to roll 2 dice, but you therefore only get to roll 1 and consult the result.
But if I can't get into melee with it, I can at least stop it healing.
Yes, that is a
Yes.
good point, because no matter the result, hopefully that card will
So
go,
1.
oh no!
That doesn't
Something
sound
bites
good.
you. Suffer 1 arm damage. I'm actually going to use 1 survival just to ignore that.
You can't for that.
Yeah.
Oh no, okay.
So you take the
Okay.
arm damage.
So
Alright,
arm damage.
I don't have anything on my arm, so I will just take 1.
Does it say to remove the card? Archive this terrain. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one less thing. So it's a bit of a payoff, I guess.
Okay.
That's everyone activated.
Yep, so it's back to the
Right,
monster.
Johnston or Justin over to the monster.
Buck.
Oh no.
So it's a mood.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
At the start of each turn,
Yeah.
target
Where do you
and
think it
attack
hits?
any survivors in the blind spot.
Which would be, again, in the case of this monster, is the 2 spaces directly behind it.
So John's about to take a 1 speed attack that needs a 3+.
So that's at the start of each monster turn. So that's been drawn after the start. So it doesn't happen this time.
Okay.
Right.
And we don't draw anything extra, which is fine.
So we be
No, we
careful.
don't.
We be
That's a
careful
good point.
not to end up in the rear.
Unless you think you're really going to hurt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Let's move that.
it's...
Shall I go again with my darts?
So that's a mood. So that's what the whisker harp can be used that we made from the
yes. So,
the line resources. So
and-
on a
so I discard 1 mid card currently in play.
and it requires an action to be done.
Yeah.
And you need to roll a die on
Yeah.
a 3+. Only for the white line, you discard a mood.
Yeah.
For any other monster, it says what, an 8+?
7.
7+. Okay.
All right, so if it's all right, I'd like to activate John first. Move him out of the way. So he'll go 1, 2, 3. And then
What if
he'll
he
try
goes
and
around
play
the
harp.
side and he could still stick it with his?
Oh yeah, but I think he's going to use the harp.
I'm going
aren't
to use
you?
the harp instead of attacking.
All right. It's instead of attacking, you can't
Yeah.
use it as well as.
So
Okay.
on a 7+, we'll lose that mood and it actually gets discarded instead of going back to the deck.
See if you can do it.
No.
No.
Worth a try though.
It is worth the try.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm in location. I think I want to attack and then move out the way.
Okay.
So I will use my dagger.
Yep.
I get 1 hit. I think. No, it's a 7+. I miss.
Did you not have luck?
No, luck only increases the chance of critical wounds.
Right. Okay.
So I'm going to then move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there and hide out of line of sight.
Okay. Warren, do you want to throw yours?
I might go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And get rid of
Which
that.
still leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, can I get rid of that? And
No, one of the other.
You've only got one action.
And the danger is that if he gets a
start healing.
graze thing, he'll come straight.
He'll come
onto
straight
that.
for you.
We are all in range, so it's only when we're all out of range that he grazes.
So you could possibly say, sit on it, ready to harvest it, seeing what happens next turn, and try and deal a wound now.
I'm going to hit him with my bone darts again. Okay, so
just the one.
let's
Need
see.
6.
Ah, excellent.
Hit.
So it's a perfect hit. That's
Okay.
good. And then roll to wound.
I need to find out what it's on.
Oh, let's see what you got.
Okay, so not a trap. The giant mouth you've hit.
Mm-hmm.
So you've dart straight into the mouth.
Yep.
So it's got a reflex, but I assume that's just its reaction.
That's its reaction if this fails to wound. So let's see if you wound.
Yeah.
Okay.
And, well,
So
you'll get the reaction if it doesn't crit. So let's see if you crit.
Okay.
But you've wounded because
Yeah.
it's a 7. You've got a total then with your strength. That's 10. It's more than it's 9.
yeah,
So it's a wound, but
and it's toughness. 9.
9 because the toughness
The
token.
reflex kicks in.
But the reflex kicks in.
Okay. If attacking with a melee weapon and the wound to roll
It's not a
for
melee
location
weapon.
is a 1 or 2. Yep.
It's
so,
a thrown weapon. So let's totally ignore that for now.
Yep.
Let's not give the game
Okay.
away of what that's going to do to us.
Right.
Yeah, and then
Remove another AI card.
Mhm.
remove an AI card.
So that was a good hit.
Okay.
Well played, Mark. Leaves me.
Yeah.
Justin.
I'm gonna go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
And harvest.
and harvest.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
5.
5, which is good. You find something tasty and consume it. If you do, you gain +1 survival, and you archive the terrain card. So you've got +1 survival from it,
Num 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 num.
taking you up to your maximum of 3.
Awesome. So just let me mark 3. And awesome. So back to the monster.
Yes.
Back to the monster.
Okay. Turn over the AI.
If I can get the AI. There we go. So trample.
No.
Keep. When the monster it's a trait,
Oh,
and so we don't draw anything else.
Okay.
So this is basically making any time we trample worse. When the monster collides with a survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll go down here. And that's it. It's back to us.
Right. I'm going to stay focused.
Actually, I don't know why that made it into the AI deck. I'm going to
it's meant to go
apologise.
in there.
That should be. It's a special. It should start in play. I think when you made the deck,
Fair enough.
it should start in play. So
Will I draw another?
draw another.
All right.
Okay, so let's point out on these cards. This is why don't let Justin construct a deck. No, so these are traits.
Mhm.
So some traits, as you saw, are activated and come from the AI deck. If they have an S, it'll say when you're building the monster that they are
have
special
that trait?
and it has to start in play.
Okay.
Okay, so we get another AI card, but that does mean it's 1 less wound on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's rundown. Full move in the direction the monster is facing. Turn to face the closest survivor.
Mm-hmm.
So I assume it's going to hit the terrain and stop because it's probably is it impassable terrain?
It's impassable, but what's it say? Is it full move
In the-
closest survivor? So that is me.
Yeah, it's yep.
But terrain is not impassable to monsters, unfortunately.
Right. Okay.
So it's moving into you. But you see, it's. We need to look at terrain to see if it'll stop when it hits that terrain or if it moves up over that terrain,
Mm-hmm.
which is the important bit here. Because if it stops before it, then it's closest survivor in range of 12, and it'll move twice and attack target.
Okay. So let's go through this again. So full move in the direction of the closest survivor.
No, just full move in the direction it's facing.
And turn to face the closest survivor. So full move will be this. So it will move through that,
Mhm.
hit me. So it goes full move,
Yeah.
hits me. I get knocked back to there. Because it's doing a full move, it'll basically push me to here.
Right.
Mhm.
It'll stop there because it's reached the board edge.
Mm-hmm.
I get, because of the trample trait, which is a starting play, I get a point of damage to a random location
Yeah.
to the body, which I'll take because I've got armor. And then we do what happens. Now, of course, the important thing here is that there's a break, and that's again a point where a survivor can use a survival action. So if we had dash,
Yeah.
you could, if it was full moved, and then it turns to face the closest survivor, which is me.
Yeah.
You know, get up, encourage,
I'm
and
gonna
run away.
Is there a range on encourage?
There is no range on encourage.
I'm
but
gonna have John
to be
use
honest,
encourage.
there's no point in using it on me. Don't use
There
it.
is, because if you're still knocked down at the end of this,
That's a very good point.
you'll not be fit to do anything. So I will have
Um,
John encourage for a survival point.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
So I stand back up. But even now, his target is closest survivor in range 12, which is still me. So,
But it means that you're at least standing up and you can fight back.
yeah, let's see what happens. So he moves twice and attacks. So he moves twice, but he's already there.
Yeah.
And then he attacks.
Yeah.
So he gets 1 die, 2+ to hit.
Yeah.
But that's
Also,
a 3+.
because you're knocked down, this attack is losing 3 speed.
Excellent choice on getting me back up then.
Yeah. So
So
now it's
being
only a
knocked
speed
down
1.
is bad against this beastie.
Okay. Yep.
So
It's been a while
Speed
since I
1.
fought one of these.
yeah. So we're in roll 1 die,
Mm-hmm.
needing a 2+. 7, so that'll definitely hit.
Yep.
Does 1 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So roll the damage die.
To the waist,
Mhm.
which I will also take.
That's fine. And that's done.
Yep, and that is everything
That's
with
the monster.
that monster. So it's
Yeah.
background to us.
Right.
I really need to get the hell out of there.
I would attack then move.
That would be my plan.
Yeah.
But you will still need to test for the ticks because it's at the end of your act.
Yes, I will do. Well, no, yeah, it's at the end of the act when I'm. Is it if I'm at the end of the act?
When a
base-
survivor ends their act adjacent to the monster.
So I'm not going to be because
No, he's not going
I'm
to,
already
he's gonna
there
run.
and I'm
Yeah.
running away.
Mhm.
Okay.
So 3 attacks, 7
Yep.
pluses, 2
2.
hits.
That's better. Yep.
Excellent. So 2 hit locations.
What have we got?
First one is the palate.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is restless inner thigh.
Oh,
Mhm.
the inner thigh, eh?
Inner thigh.
Um,
So on a wound, you will have something, and on a failure, you will have something. So what would you rather have?
I'll go
first?
with the failure first because I don't want to lose my attack.
All right. So on the failure.
I need 8s to wound,
Mm-hmm.
which is a fail.
Mm-hmm.
So either I spend 1 survival to react, or else it does 3 damage to my arm location. I think I will be spending the survival. So if you
Yeah.
pass me that.
Yeah, there's the eraser. This one is now gone,
Yep.
and on the wound, if you damage it this time.
Oh, come on. It'd be nice to actually do a wound with a stagger. No. But that goes away.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't get the on wound reaction.
So then I move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because I'm going to get out of its line of sight.
Okay.
Honestly, I would move to a diagonal of it.
I
If
haven't
it charges?
got enough movement to do so. I just want
Yeah.
to be out of line of sight.
All
Though I guess technically, because it is middle of base to middle of base, there is technically out of line of sight because
Yeah.
if the middle's there, it
Mhm.
passes through the train and then to me.
Okay.
So I'll go with that. That's a good idea.
All right.
Okay.
Uh,
I will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Mm-hmm.
uh-huh.
And throw my daggers.
Your dart. Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. So my bone dart. Let's go for it.
5.
No.
Is a miss.
Mm.
All right. Well,
Okay.
Who have we got left to activate?
John and myself.
Well, you if
So-
you get a line of sight, you could
Shard him.
do
No,
your founding stone,
I'm really more tempted to.
or do you want
You know what? To hell with it. I'll founding stone just to get another
what
card out
with
of the way.
with
John.
John, or do you want a whisker harp? This is the thing, right? We've got Buck, which is a mood card in play, but there is also 1 less AI card we have to get through its
I'm
wounds,
happy to leave.
and
that
we
there.
are just deciding not to be in its
Yeah.
rear arc.
So
Yeah.
So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can
And-
see it,
founding stone it.
and
Mhm.
yeah, just from
Okay.
here, I'm gonna finding stone.
So archive that, and then let's see what hit location you get, and we hope it's got a critical location.
It does. Restless tiny hands.
Oh, right, okay. So you know its belly?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
There aren't just teeth there. There's a
Right.
whole multitude of tiny hands that grab you and pull you into its gaping maw.
So
There's not much more I can say
nobody's
about that.
adjacent, yeah?
No.
No.
Right, so we gain 1 screaming antelope resource.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so let's shuffle this.
Yeah.
And we do a wound.
Yeah. So this
Goes back to the
goes
hit
to
location
here.
discard.
And your AI goes over to the wound pile.
Yeah. There. It's fine.
And that's that activation done.
Yeah.
That leaves your own character, Justin.
Yeah, he's just gonna continue on his path, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Will he shard? Will he use the?
Can I see?
Well, if you'd gone movement to here,
Uh-huh.
I think it's still hard to get a good line of sight.
Yeah, there. Center of base. That's gonna be tracing through.
Okay.
Yeah.
But at
Okay.
least leaves me close to this
Yeah.
stuff.
Mhm.
Okay.
All right. So what I got was a shank bone.
Ooh.
Okay.
So
You
Back
actually-
to the monster.
Yeah. Okay. What's he gonna do? I hate this antelope.
slam. Closest knockdown survivor target.
None of those.
Mhm.
Furthest threat in field of view in range.
Furthest threat in field of view in range is going to be John.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's going to turn and go after John. It'll move and attack.
It has plenty of movement to do that.
Mhm.
Yep. It's a speed 1 with a 2 up accuracy.
Speed 1, 2 up accuracy. John's got nothing else, so
Yep.
it hits. And what damage does it do?
It's just 1 damage.
Okay,
So 1 damage die.
to the legs. I think he can
yeah,
take
he
it.
can
Yeah, he
take
can
that.
take that.
Yeah, we say right now we can take it, but
It's all going to build up, isn't
it
it?
builds up.
It's back to us.
Okay,
Okay.
let's really start doing some damage on this.
Will I go in with the dart?
Well, hang on. Let me start with John.
Okay.
I will have him do the whisker harp and then move away. Because if I can get rid of this, then you guys can move into its rear here
It's
and start getting
possible.
that bonus.
No, just attack him.
I think just attack with
Yeah.
him.
Just my hands?
Yeah, the buck is not
Okay.
doing
Yeah.
us that much.
Okay, it's just the thing's so tough, I think it would be useful to have
Yeah,
that
but you've
opening.
also got the chance of lucking out on
All right,
the
well,
attacks
it's
there.
8 plus to hit.
Yeah, go for it.
So,
No hits.
nothing.
But then let's get him out of the way.
Mhm.
Yeah, so John's going to go 1, 2,
That
Or
was
no.
diagonal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and be at an angle from him.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to have to go in and just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because I don't want to be in the
Taking
rear.
the
Yeah.
buck. Yeah.
Because I don't want to take 2 basic actions
Yeah.
from it. That's just going
Yeah.
to be horrific.
So 3 dice.
2
two.
hits.
So let's.
And of course I've got my luck, so I can get crits on 9s, but I need to wound on a 8.
Yeah, now hang fire.
They're a crit.
Oh, I've got a fairy tail. I'm going to definitely go for that one first.
And they both have crits.
Let's go for the fairy tail.
So you have something on wound, and the furry crit or the furry tail.
Fairy crit.
Sorry, the furry tail has no reaction.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'm going to go for that first, obviously.
Come on, let's do this.
Oh,
Right,
come on!
nothing.
And then let's try and wound the chest. Come on, I need an 8, don't I?
And
Yes, finally, I do a wound.
Right, so it does a wound, but
Mhm.
you take the wound action here.
Mhm.
Turn the screaming look to face the attacker and full move forward in a straight line.
So it obviously collides with me.
Mhm.
So I'm pushed back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But we take the wound away.
But he goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you place him.
There.
Because if they stop on top of you, you're just going to
You
have to
just
place the
go to
model
the
wherever
side.
there's a free
Yeah.
space that makes sense. And of course, because it's a collision,
Yeah.
It
You'll
counts
take
as
one.
trample, so I
Yeah.
take a wound
Mhm.
to the hands, which I will also take because, just bring it.
All right, I'm going to use the survive to actually encourage you to get back on your feet because I don't need you out this round.
Excellent, thank you very much.
So pass the eraser.
Because at some point, I would like someone else to get knocked down, so then I can encourage them and give them extra speed. Which sounds more dodgy than it
Yeah.
actually is.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Are you in range? 1, 2, 3. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're in range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bone darts. If you give me extra speed, does that mean I throw more bone darts?
You would
than
get
just
to
one?
do 2 shots, but that's
Alright.
once you have to be knocked down first.
All right. Okay. So let me throw a bone dart. Come on, boy.
6. That'll hit
Does that hit?
No, it's
because
not.
of your strength.
No, he's got a
7
It's got a
plus.
7 plus. It's got a
Oh,
hit on the
yeah.
7 plus.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So unfortunately not.
No. Okay.
All right.
So activated.
Activated.
Just me left.
Justin.
Right. I'm just gonna try and get at this thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, stay there.
I've just been too far away up until now, which is why I've been going after the other stuff.
I ended my activation next to it, of course,
Yeah,
so we
so
should
1 or 2.
remember it's... Okay, so I take a -1 strength token
Yeah, you do.
when I find those.
So, Justin, are you going to throw your stone at him to...
Yeah, because I don't think there's enough acanthus for him to be healing.
No, we're actually at a good point to do this.
So I will throw the stone at him.
Yep.
And let's have a look at the hit location. It has a critical.
Excellent.
A critical wound. Gain 1 screaming antelope resource. So this is his furry throat. There is a chance that this blow snaps the screaming antelope's neck, killing it. Roll a d10 and a result of 10. It dies instantly.
You're not that lucky.
Come on, Justin, give us a 10. Give us a 10. Come on.
Put my mojo on.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh!
Damn. Close.
And there was no luck or anything.
Was there any other result that could have happened with that? No.
No.
But you get a resource.
Yep. Get another resource.
And you remove one of his cards.
Yeah, so I have to shuffle these.
Right. Is this where I describe what you've actually got? So
Just wait. Okay, so 1 wound gone. And now, what did I get? Screaming Brain!
So this flying shard of stone essentially has sliced open its head and a good chunk of its brain at the same time.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll find a use for that.
Oh, definitely.
It's an organ.
Organs are welcome, right?
And you can consume it to archive this and gain survival up to the current limit.
Which, at this stage of the game, not really good. Later
We can
stages,
hold that.
awesome.
So
That's the end of that.
Yep, so we're back to AI. So, not got much left.
No.
We are getting through it. So, Bolt. So it'll target the closest knockdown survivor. None of us are. Then it'll target the furthest attack in range. So that'll be Warren, I believe.
Yep.
So it'll move an attack at 1 speed.
Okay, at normal speed.
1, yep.
1, 2, 3, yeah. Hold on,
4.
wait up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, it's there. Turn to attack?
Yep. And attack with a speed of 1.
Okay. You're monster controller, so roll. It's
7.
hit, and is there anything special about it?
No, it doesn't have any... Or it's got a trigger. So, it'll do 1 damage to Warren. Which is to the body.
Okay, I'll take that.
But then it full moved the screaming antelope in a straight line away from all survivors. Which, if you look at it, the best in a straight line is going to be in this direction. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it runs all the way over there.
That's okay.
Which is not bad.
So, if it's alright, I'll activate it.
Yeah, because it's now our go.
Actually, activate John. He'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use the harp to try and remove that.
Are you sure? Because how many AI cards has it got left?
Not many, but I'm just...
You'll just be putting another hit.
Oh, right, so discarding it means it goes back in?
Yeah, if you remove it, if you remove a mood card, it goes back to that deck.
Okay, then I'm not going to do that. You know what? I'm in pretty good shape here, so I am going to go into its blind spot. So...
He's a brave man.
2, 3, 4, and attack with my sword. So that's a 2 dice attack, needing 6s.
But that becomes 5s because you're in its blind spot.
Yep.
Oh, no!
Damn it.
Oh my word!
Hubris indeed.
So I take a speed 1 attack on a 3 up.
What?
So a 7 will
Does
hit
it do that now? At the start of each monster turn. It doesn't happen now. You're getting ahead of yourself there.
All right, sorry.
Okay.
It's going to kick you. Just wait.
Not
We
yet.
might kill it before then. Yeah, right.
I'm gonna go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I wouldn't, because you're using your bone dart.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, stay off the
Okay.
Off the line.
Bone dart.
Yeah.
Need a 7.
No.
Now, what have we've already got Bolt that's come out.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether... Oh no, because that's in the discard pile. I can't use my rawhide to top deck it. I was thinking maybe... But I can look at the... There are 2 there, so I can plan this out.
Yeah.
So I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to get close enough, and let's see what's going to happen. I'll use my action. So I've got Slam, which is going to be targeting closest knockdown survivor. Not yet. Or furthest threat in field of view. Yes, that's right. Or it does graze. Or the other one is run down, full move the monster the direction the monster is facing, and turn to face the closest survivor. And then it does its move twice and attack.
So it will come after me, which is fine, and that'll bring it back into our attack line.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So let's go back here. Everybody's went.
Yeah, that's everything done.
So back to the monster, and it'll do this one, which is run down. So it's
Okay.
going to move.
It moves in it.
So it goes
6,
like
something
that.
like about there.
Yeah.
Because it's got move. It turns.
Turns.
And
What's
it
its normal
comes-
movement?
6, but it goes 12
Okay, so
it's got-
so it basically comes back to here.
and attacks me.
Okay.
Yeah. So that could have been bad in the case of if people were in front of it. It could have trampled a whole load of people again.
Yeah.
So as you're seeing, whereas the lion grabs people, isolates them, kills
This thing
them.
springs across the
This
board.
tramples
Yeah.
over them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so he attacks you, Justin.
Yeah, with a 1 die 2+ attack.
But it would be a 3+ because of your
Evasion, yeah.
evasion.
He's rolled a 4 anyway.
So it's a hit.
So see where you hit me? On
In
the
the
hand.
Towards your hand. Yeah.
My hands have already taken one, so I'll spend a survival
Yep.
to dodge. And that brings me down to 1.
And it's our go.
Okay.
We can do
Fortunately,
it.
we can't
but
get into the rear now.
I had to take Buck as well. Whenever it started its activation.
Oh yes, you would have. Of
So
course.
another 1 dice attack, needing a 4+ for it.
Okay.
4 it'll hit. So where's it hit me? In the
head. But you've got armor in the head,
Yep.
which you should have marked down. So you just put a slash at the top, a mark at the top. You would have just taken it.
Yeah, I'll take that on the chin. That's fine.
Yeah,
so now
that's
it's our
fine.
go. Okay. Who wants to do what?
Will I hit him with the bone dart, or will I go in for fist and tooth?
I think because
It's
of the way
easier to hit him with the bone dart, to be honest. So
well, because of how people need to move in to be able to make hits, I think Justin needs to attack first to then move out of the way,
right.
to make space at the front, because that is possibly the nearest point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that is the closest spot I can get to do an attack. So I think Justin needs to do his job and get out.
All right, so I'll attack with my sword on a 6+.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah, I know. It's...
A 6, so I do hit one.
Once. Come on, come on, come on. No trap, no trap.
Trap.
Here we go.
So I'm doomed.
Indeed.
Anyone adjacent suffers 2 brain damage. So
Nobody, yeah.
You take 2 brain
I take
damage.
2, so I go from insanity 7.
So all that insanity we built up
5.
in the previous hunt is paying off.
Yeah.
It's knockback 5.
Okay, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep. And I'm knocked down. So is that a break in the trap?
No.
Damn.
Because it doesn't have a little exclamation point.
The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line.
So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's fine. That could have been horrible because it could have not hit one of us.
Yeah.
And we could have gained disorders and other things.
So I need to reshuffle this.
But weirdly, it's a shame it's not closer, because if it was, when I encourage you, you'll get +1 speed token, which is a shame. If it hadn't moved away, it would have paid
Do I
off.
automatically stand up on our turn?
You will
Next
automatically stand up at the start of the monster's next turn.
Aye.
So I don't know whether it's even worth me using my survival to get you back
No,
up.
not at this
So
stage,
again, you're having to make some. It's all about efficiency.
Yeah. All right. So that was me. You guys still have yours, so Warren, you could possibly move up and hit it with the dart.
Yeah, if you move to there, you can. Oh no, you're not even in
Yeah, wouldn't it
range.
be in range?
I would.
1, 2,
I let-
3,
Harvest.
4,
Yeah, harvest.
5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, you've got movement 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6.
you're not.
Yeah. So
Harvest.
Okay.
Roll d10.
5.
5. You get +1 survival. So something tasty.
So we're foraging while we hunt.
Okay.
I haven't got much I can do. We're out of founding stones as well.
Yeah. What I'm thinking is let's consolidate because it's going to be coming back towards us.
Yeah. I'm actually going to stay where I am, because if it's going to go anywhere, I'm hoping it's going to come down the middle, and then we can just jump on it and take it apart.
Yeah.
So that's actually all we can do.
Yeah.
But I think it's fair to say, because if we rawhide headband it, that's what I can do with my other action. There's only one card left, so we should really, in all fairness, shuffle the AI deck, and then I can look at the top 2 AI cards.
All right,
and
we can
then,
top.
Yeah, and then we can determine what it's going to do, which is good, because we want to get a result which is it comes over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the point where the antelope can have a habit of running round the board, and it's an absolute nightmare to pin down.
Okay.
So there's your 2.
Well, that's my 2. So I've got Bolt, which is actually closest knockdown survivor, which is you, because it's close. It's not in range. It's the closest knockdown survivor. So both of those are good.
I'll stand up. So I'll move to the next one.
Yeah, that's a good point. You'll stand up at the start of the next monster phase. So you will stand up now.
Yeah.
Is that in the... I'm just going to check with the knockdown, because I just want to make sure it's not the next round.
Yeah.
Because that could be bad. Yeah, sorry about this dead bit.
It's fine. It's been very interesting so far seeing this thing play out. It's a very different fight, with the AI deck, Warren.
Sorry, at the end of the next monster turn, so it's the end of the next one, so you don't get up. So we do get to play this out how we want.
Yeah.
So it's a hard choice, but they both result in
It'll move 6
essentially
inches towards us.
and do nothing.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't matter what we want. We've got to think then, what do we want it to do next after that?
Yeah.
I personally would like to get rid of... We know the next AI card that will be there, and thus that we can get rid of, is Bolt. And Bolt's the one that means it runs around like a lunatic.
Yeah, if we get rid of that.
So if we put that as second, because we hope
Play
we can
slam.
get rid of it.
Get rid of Bolt. Okay.
So
play
it
slam.
activates. So you would pass
knockdown
that
survivor.
to
It'll
me.
move 6.
So it moves towards a 6.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Does nothing. It's the end of its action. You get back up. That'll be passed around in the next bit. It's now our turn.
Yeah.
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But you're also in range, so you could
just
shoot and then
1,
move.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I'm just going to shoot then.
Okay.
Okay.
Needing your 7, yeah?
Let's give me a 7. Come on now.
Ah.
Last.
Right.
All right.
Tempted just to stay where I'm at, really.
Yeah, I think it's a perfectly fine place to be.
I'm going to go for it.
I think that's fair, because you're more likely of doing a wound.
Yeah.
Just don't mess up.
Yeah. So it's 2 dice.
Yep.
Starting on 6, and that's it. A 6.
Yep.
So I get
Okay,
one
it's a
hit.
hit.
Okay, yep.
So the hit location is Fairy Tale. So there's nothing bad can happen here. But
Come on then,
if I
do a
crit
wound.
it, we gain another resource.
Okay, so you need 6s to wound, isn't it?
6 is to wound. Well, hang on. It's total of what?
It's got
9?
Oh no, it's a 5 to wound, because it's toughness 9.
Yeah, and I have 4 strength total.
Wow, your nails.
Oh,
Kiss
Stop
of death.
jinxing me.
Kiss of death. There we go.
But nothing bad happens.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, actually,
Okay.
I need to roll on a 1 or a 2. I get hit
Yeah.
by the goddamn
Ticks.
ticks. I'm fine.
No,
You're fine.
I'm gonna have to move in and attack. There's nothing
Yeah,
I can
we
do for
have
it.
to go for it.
So I can definitely reach that. I get speed 3,
Yeah.
7s to hit, no hits, and I have to roll for ticks. No.
Nothing.
Ah,
Right.
John,
Yeah.
run him in.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's as close as he can get.
That
so
would
I'm
be
gonna
a
keep
bad
it
place
to
out of
go.
line.
Okay, let's just hope we can get through this now.
Oh,
Okay.
We know what
unfortunately,
it's going to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to do the bolt. So furthest threat in range, that'll be you, Warren. So it's just moving, and it'll attack for a 1 dice.
So it's not the worst thing in the world.
No.
You're in control, Justin. So
Yep.
Yeah. So needing a 2+.
it
10,
hits.
It hits
It'll do 1 point of damage,
to your hand.
hand,
To the hand.
and then it does its
Full move.
away
Okay.
from all survivors again.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's there.
That's
It's
fine.
not too far away.
Yeah.
So it's background to you, well, to us again. So
Do
Warren,
I get a bonus for throwing darts from behind?
No, unfortunately
No.
not.
And fist and tooth.
Would do, but you can't get in range, and you are in range of
1,
your.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
So if you essentially move a few squares forward and then move off its trample zone,
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
and then throw your dart, and you just
Okay.
gotta
Throw a
hope.
dart. Let's see.
Oh,
Dear me. I won again.
Survivors are getting tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2 to here, and I'll leave it at that. And I'll have
Why are
John
you not
go.
going in for the attack? Are you not
Because I
reach?
can't reach. 5
Yeah.
movement. I can't
Okay,
reach.
yeah.
So I'm just moving so that we're off that
Yeah.
Mhm.
line.
I'm gonna go there because I don't know where it could go at this moment.
Yeah.
So
we're hurting.
we're hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next one
The moving
is the
hurts.
rundown.
Mm-hmm.
So full move in the direction the monster is facing. So it'll hit the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And stop.
Yep. Then it'll pick the knockdown survivor in range 12. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Closest survivor within 12. So who's that?
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yep. That'll be
6. You're equally a good target.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's either you or Warren, and you'll get the plus. I think you get the +1 insanity.
one. Yeah. I'm gonna go for myself.
for yourself.
Yeah. So that brings my insanity back to 6
So it's there, and it attacks you.
for a 1 dice
Mm-hmm.
3 up attack. Nothing.
At
Perfect.
last.
Now
Hopefully
have
we
some
can-
options. Yeah.
And shuffle the AI cards because we've gone through them all. Yeah, some fights are fast, some are slow.
Yeah.
It's just the way the cards go on this.
But sometimes the dice can turn against you as well.
Indeed.
The fact that this thing is so hard to hit and so tough.
Right. Who wants to go first?
Let me go first because then I can move away.
Okay. Yeah.
One hit,
Yeah.
Yep. So my sword hits on a 6, so yes.
and you need 5s to wound, I think we worked out last time.
Yep. So it's this. Furry throat again.
Mm-hmm.
You could be lucky, but
Could
let's
be.
just get a wound.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 up.
Ah,
3. Come on. This is madness. But
It's frustrating.
No backlash.
so where are you going to move to?
I'm going to go just 1 to there.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to move
I'm
too
going to
far
go
away.
crazy, and I'm not going to actually use my bone dagger. I'm going to go unarmed combat for a very good reason. It's so tough that even with the dagger, I'm not doing much. But I've got
Yeah.
+1 luck, so I crit naturally on a 9+. And with the unarmed combat, I get +1 luck as well. So I'm actually critting on 8.
Eights. Yeah.
So it makes no difference to me the strength of my bone dagger.
Yeah.
I'm actually just going to rip its throat out with my teeth.
Well, let's go
Okay.
for it.
So in he goes.
Yeah. Also, does your Rageaholic kick in at any point?
No, I've not taken a serious injury, so it's a shame.
Yeah.
So 2 attacks.
1 hit. No, it's an 8+, so no hits on that.
So it's
and
crit or bust.
I do get another -1 strength, which is why I'm going for the crits.
Yep.
In that case, I'm going to have John move in, and he'll go after it with his tooth
Yeah.
and nails.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 dice needing 8+. Here's hoping. Come on, something. John, be a hero. Not a hero.
Not
Okay.
a hero.
Ticks. 2.
He gets he gets a strength.
Have I went?
No.
No.
Oh, should I go in with the tooth and nail or do the darts?
Get
Difference of
everybody
2
in.
hits or 1 hit. So
Yeah.
Because having someone that's further away is drawing it away from us
Okay.
to
Let's
Yeah.
run away.
Right. So I'm in to the side, going in with the 2 for the
need
tooth
eights.
and nail.
hits.
Okay. A hit.
Where does it hit?
Uh,
Where does it hit? Hit
All right,
location
Hit,
card.
hit location card.
okay. There. But tooth and nail, you rolled a 10 there.
That's to hit,
That
not
was
to
the hit.
wound.
Yeah.
So now, if you roll a 9 or more,
So-
it's a crit.
Restless
Okay.
inner thigh.
Okay. Restless inner thigh.
No.
3.
No.
Nothing. But it means that its wound reaction doesn't take effect.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now it's back round to
Yeah. So here you go, Warren.
Now round to the beastie again.
Right.
Okay.
it'll
So
get
what's he going to do?
Slam.
Mm-hmm.
Closest knockdown survivor or the furthest threat in field of view, so it's anybody because we're all equally far away,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a 1 attack and it'll do nothing else.
and you'll gain insanity if you pick yourself.
Yeah, I'll just.
And you're relatively unharmed.
Well, we'll see. Right, so it's
3.
So it's a hit.
Yep.
And it does 1 damage to your body. Which will be means you're knocked down as a result.
Can I use a survival to get rid of it?
You can use that as a dodge, yeah. So you ignore the hit.
I'll just dodge that. So
Okay. And then it's back to us to try again.
Yeah, that is.
So, I'll start with John, if that's all right. Move him to here, and he'll attack tooth and nail.
Yep.
Is that a wise decision? Because again, he'll take more strength issues. Oh, he's going to have to crit anyway, so
Exactly.
it's no loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
It's just we have to go at it. An 8 will hit.
Hits.
Yep.
And then it's... Oh, well, location.
Let's see.
Don't be a trap.
Yeah, I know.
It's not a trap. Restless tiny hands again. It's got a failure reaction. So...
Fails to wound.
Fails to wound. So, grasping tiny hands, knock your weapon away.
He's got no weapon because it's unarmed,
so
so it doesn't matter as well. I'll have to do my normal attack again with my unarmed, and then I will move out of range. I don't get any hits. I will move to here to block line of sight to me.
Okay.
And it's then your activation.
Warren, you have to go. If you want to attack.
Yeah.
Just tooth and nail. Tooth and nails.
All right, let's go into tooth and nails.
1 hit.
One hit.
And you need a 9+ to do a crit, but where's it hit?
Where does it go?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I know.
Muzzle.
Go on then.
If you hit with a club,
Yeah.
you're not using clubs.
Oh.
3,
Nothing. Okay.
So that does nothing. I still have my sword attack. Hitting on...
I would suggest you move to
6s.
there so you don't get the tips.
Okay.
I have to move in.
Yeah.
Oh,
this monster is just annoying.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Monster gets to act again.
Right.
So this time it's Bolt. Closest knockdown survivor, no one.
No one.
Furthest threat in range.
That'll be
That'll
me.
be you.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have moved out.
Okay.
So it'll get to move.
Yeah. It will move and it will trample you. So you do a knockback, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and knockdown.
Do I take? I'll take.
You'll take a damage to a random location to your head.
No, I'm gonna survival that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
If I can.
It's collision damage. Let me just check dodging against collision. It's one of these.
It's either that or I'm taking a critical head wound.
Yeah, I'm sure you can, but we'll just check. Death count. Where's dodge? Dodge. It's dodge becomes a failed. It's a failed attacking because it's not an attack.
Okay,
it's a
so I
collision.
can't.
So that's your head.
That's a critical head wound.
But you were knocked down anyway.
Yeah.
And so because it's not excess, it doesn't go over to doing a severe injury. So it's no loss really.
Okay.
So
it'll now attack you.
Me.
For a 1 dice attack.
On
Who's
a
the
2+.
You'll gain insanity.
Yeah. 2+ and 3+ because the evasion. So it hits me in the leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that as well, and I'll take the insanity up to that was 8. So that's going to be 9.
And where have I put this bolt card? So, full move the screaming antelope in a straight line away from all survivors.
Oh, that's
so that'll be this way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Which is not too bad.
Okay.
Right.
Can someone encourage me?
Yes, that is the plan. So I will spend a survival to encourage you.
So I get to stand up.
And you get +1 speed.
But I think it's too far away.
You're too far away. And then we have to move into attack.
Okay, I'm going to just get stuck in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And dagger.
I want to dart him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a hit.
It's
yes.
A hit.
So toughness 9.
It's toughness 9, but you'll be wounded on 6s. What's the location?
Okay.
We've got location of the restless flank. There is a reflex, but let's see if you wound. No. The monster turns to face the attacker, which will be
Warren.
Let's do that.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's not too bad.
Okay.
John, I think 1, 2, 3, 4,
You can
5.
get in, yeah. Tooth and nail.
Yeah.
Come on, John.
Threes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't even get close enough, but I will move to there, diagonal.
I'll
And
move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
yeah. And then AI card.
And yep.
What have we got?
It is
Again.
rundown.
Yeah.
Full move in the direction the monster is facing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there.
Yeah. Then it's picking closest survivor within 12, so Warren.
And it moves twice and attacks.
Yep. For a 1 dice 2 up. It hits. In location. Belt.
Waste.
Waste.
And you've got
I think you have
armor, so
armor.
just dot over there. That's the armor done.
Okay, we get to go.
Right, I'm going to go in tooth and nail.
Yep. So 2 dice.
1 hit.
Okay.
In location. It's the delicate inverted knee.
Okay.
3-0.
And then you can move.
No reaction.
Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4.
4's there is good.
4 is
Because
right,
we've got to control where it moves.
1, 2, an attack. Tooth and nail.
I'm going to say if you move there, because then I can actually get in.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Hit locations.
Yep.
You've got the giant tongue. Oh, okay. And the giant mouth.
What's better?
Go for the tongue. It's -2 toughness there.
Okay. 7.
7, so he's got a strength normally of no bonus on the strength.
Yeah.
It's got a toughness of 9, but that's down to a 7 because of the tongue. So
wound?
it is a wound, so an
Right,
AI card goes from there. Finally, so John runs up and yanks on his tongue with his hands.
And there's another damage roll to do.
There is another damage roll to do, but also we have to resolve the reaction on the giant tongue, which is blood and spittle erupts from the antelope's wounded undermaw. So this isn't the tongue in its normal mouth; it's the tongue in the belly.
Reaching
mouth.
under and
Okay,
just,
If the wound result, if the wound roll result was even, which it wasn't, suffered 1 brain damage. If it was odd, because he rolled a 7, he gains an insanity. Woohoo!
Okay.
I'm going slightly.
And then you've got this one to do, which again is going to need a 9, but you crit on 9s. So,
Yeah, so
either way, this is going to be good
no
if you get
loss.
it. No, okay. But there's a reflex, which is if attacking with a melee weapon. No, you haven't got a melee weapon.
Yeah. Okay.
My action 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, to there. I'm just going to have to go at it. Well,
hits.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll
Locations.
help you with that. We've got Restless Rump.
and the giant teeth.
Okay, Giant Teeth is super dense, but the thing is, so a super dense location is a problem if you've got a frail weapon.
Yeah, our
It
bow
means
weapons.
it'll shatter.
Yeah.
But
I'm not using
You're
them.
not
I'm
using your
using my
weapon.
hands.
yeah.
So how about I'm going to take him out with that one first
Mm-hmm.
because
Okay.
it doesn't have a reflex.
Okay. Still
So
needing a 9,
still needing a 9,
but that's your crit.
but I'm actually on 8s to crit. Remember,
Ah.
so I need an 8 regardless. And then we'll
Okay.
do the same on the Restless Rump. Oh.
it
And the
gets a
reflex on that is turn the monster to face away from the attacker.
Right.
Full move in a straight line. Cancel all remaining hits. So 1, 2, 3. So it's there. So actually, we've herded him a lot more.
Into me.
And now I get to move.
Yeah.
Come back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The only scary thing is we're in a really nice trample
Yeah.
zone.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go back one and go to here.
Yeah.
'Cause that
Have I
way-
moved? Have I done my turn yet?
You
Yes,
did your
you
turn.
ran
You
away.
attacked to
Okay.
move back.
Mhm.
and
You ran
he's-
away and it ran after you.
So
AI.
Right. What has he got?
not much left.
Bolt. Furthest threat in range. That'll be me.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And what's it? Is it move twice?
Move once.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's fine.
That's it.
Well, actually,
In range.
yeah. So,
So you're not in. So
no. Move and attack. Furthest target in range is the target.
Yeah.
but it then has a follow-on. Move the screaming antelope in a straight line away from survivors.
Okay, so we haven't done it quite right because it's closest knockdown survivor, furthest threat in range, which is actually these two guys here because you're out of range.
Okay.
And then it does its attack. So you're controlling, so it's either attacking me or John. I've got no survival, so it can go after John.
Yeah, John's got one.
It hits him, but where does it hit? Hits the waist. Has John got anything left?
Yeah, he has waist.
So he just takes a
ding
on that. So that's fine. And then he moves away from all survivors, which is going to be
towards you.
Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there.
Yeah.
And that's that. Done.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep, you're in range. So
Go dart.
oh
No.
who's in range here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. John can make it in range. He's got to risk. He's got to risk it.
Yeah. So tooth and nail into the rear. So that 8 becomes a 7.
Yep.
No.
He's going to get hit
Mike's.
in the face. No.
That's fine.
And you're active. I can't do anything. There's not even any need for me to control the AI, so I'm really out of luck on things right now. So can't do much. I'm going to just have to move to put myself in a useful position here. And then it's your activation.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to get that because it's there.
It could be good.
3.
You find nothing and archive it.
That's fine. But it means that thing is
It
not
can't heal.
Right, antelope.
Oh, it hasn't got much it can do. We know what it's going to do.
Rundown. Full move in the direction it's facing.
Yep. So it's to there.
Yep. Then it's pick a knockdown survivor within 12.
None.
Closest survivor within 12.
John.
Yeah.
Move twice and attack, isn't it?
Yep. And it's just a speed 1.
Hits him, and it hits him in the head. Okay.
So John is going to burn his last survival.
Yep.
And the thing is, actually, it would have also done a second attack with
Buck.
Buck. So we should have done Buck
it's
first.
A 3+.
So that would have hit on a 3+.
Yep.
And that would have done 1 damage to the legs.
Legs is fine, but he is knocked down. And you know what? I'm going to take it on the head.
You're going to have to take it on the head.
Yeah, he's already knocked down.
Yeah, he's already knocked. Exactly. So that's the thing. You can, when you're taking these damage points, if you're already knocked down, take him somewhere where, if it's going to mean a knockdown again, just take it.
Yeah.
Do you have any survival left to get John up?
I wish. Right. So
no, it's us.
I can encourage.
You can encourage, yes.
If you want to get him
yeah,
up.
we may as well. Yeah, so I'll encourage. It'll take me down
So
to 1.
he gets up.
John will stand and be ready.
So that means, because you've done the encourage, you can do that out of your turn, out of your activation. So technically now John can still do his activation. So I think he should hit.
Tooth and nail.
Yep.
Misses. But he should definitely move out the way.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, let's put him there, diagonal.
Alright, I'll move in. 1, 2, 3. 4.
Yep.
And I will attack with the swords.
Come on. You've got swords.
Yep. So it's on a 6. 1 hit.
Yep.
In location. Trap.
For
the love of all.
Oh.
Okay, yeah.
All that hard work for nothing.
Yeah. So I'm doomed. And I suffer 2 brain damage and get knocked back 5.
Yep. Are you knocked down as a result?
I'm knocked down, yeah.
Yeah.
So, right. So, thankfully, I still have 6 insanity.
And we've still got a few things still to do with that. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and go in a straight line. 1, 2, so it goes to there and it stops. Yeah. So again, as you can see, we're properly hunting it because at any point we could have had like 2 or 3 survivors in line of that sliding, gibbering belly of madness.
Yeah.
And we haven't. So while we've not been digging in and pounced on it, That's because we're not stupid. We know what could happen.
Okay, so still to activate. John's went, I've went, so you guys still have to go.
I saw an action, yeah.
So Warren, you could go in Tooth and Nail.
And I could as well. I think I might do so at the rear, and I'm going to have to take the
buck.
Take the buck. It's mostly going to happen. So
2 dice needing 7s this time.
yes, exactly. So 1 hit.
Yeah, in location.
Oh, I hope I shuffled well.
Restless Hoof. So there's a failure reaction.
But I crit on 8s, so I'm just going to roll.
So if they attack, you're not attacking with a melee weapon. Doesn't matter.
Okay, I will go in.
I'll have to do the ticks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
You're
fine.
okay. So I'll go in. I need 2 dice for
Tooth
Tooth
and
and Nail.
Come on, Warren.
8s, come on.
He gets a hit.
I get a hit.
In location, Restless Shank. On a wound, there's a reaction.
Critting on 9s.
So no reaction though.
So we're okay on that. And monster activation.
Yep.
End of the monster's turn, you get up. So none of that's happening for you.
Yep.
It's AI.
Run down.
Yeah.
Full move the direction of the monster it's facing.
Okay, so because of that, it can go, and you're the monster controller, it will move along the board edge. So let's be intelligent. You're the monster controller.
Move it to the corner.
Move it that way. Yeah, okay.
All right, and then it's going to pick the closest survivor, which is you, and it will move in to attack you.
Yeah. And let's be intelligent about that. 1, 2, 3, 4 brings it into base contact, and it's there, which makes our life easier. So, again, while the monster has an AI deck that's dictating what it's doing,
you can control it slightly.
There is a degree of control for you on how it moves.
Yeah.
And of course, it does make sense. It's it's trying to kill as many people at once.
You were in its rear arc, so you get a buck.
That would at the start of its turn, yes.
Yep.
Oh,
So
here we go.
4+. 5 will
I
hit.
would have taken the damage to
your
the
hands.
hands, which would have been fine. I would have been knocked down, so it would have attacked me anyway, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We have to remember buck, all those things at the start of its
Yeah.
turn.
So I will stand.
Should I encourage you?
Let's. I'm in the way, so I think yes, because then we can get people into.
This is my last survival now.
Oh,
so...
that's risk. Yeah, it is risk. But then I crit on 8, so
yeah,
we should go for it.
Okay, so I'll spend my
So I
last
get
survival
also-
to...
Your Rageaholic kicks in. Because you've taken a crippling?
It wasn't a. That's a severe injury. That's just heavy injuries. I've not yet rolled on a table to go, have I had my head beaten in?
Okay, yeah.
So I'm up. I'm going to roll to hit. I get hit.
Yeah.
Critting on an 8. I'm going to roll anyway. It's a crit. It's a crit. I don't care what card it was.
It's on the furry throat.
Oh, no way.
It is. So roll a d10 on another 10. It'll die. Die, die, die.
Oh, no!
But it's a wound. It's a wound. And
It
I'm
is a
getting
wound.
out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this goes.
Okay.
Oh.
Right,
Alright.
my turn.
Yeah.
I'll go in
Tooth and nail.
Tooth and Nail.
I almost kind of want you to use the bone darts because it's more likely of wounding.
I don't know, because it's 2 dice versus 1.
I know, it's
And
2 dice hitting on
the
8,
hit-
1 dice hitting on a 7.
Let's try the bone darts.
Right, well, move away first and then.
Why?
It
What's
doesn't
the
matter. It
difference?
doesn't matter which
okay.
order.
No.
That's all right.
Okay.
And then
All right.
get out of.
Away.
So you want to be on a diagonal
Yeah.
to it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put John into its side. And we'll tooth and nail this on an 8.
Yes,
Yeah,
2 hits.
2 hits, yeah.
So the first one,
Okay.
inner thigh. And the teeth.
You may as well go with the super dense one because again,
Yeah.
he's not going to break anything.
Yeah. So,
Weirdly.
an 8.
No, it's not, is it?
No, you
No,
don't have enough
one off.
luck. Yeah, you just went off. Okay.
But you still got restless thigh.
Uh-huh.
No.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And
it's on a wound, so
Yeah.
nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And
right.
then it's your activation.
Yeah, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, and it's only got 1 AI card, so we pass that over,
Yeah,
but it can only
and
do one
It's
thing.
run down. So full move in the direction it's facing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to attack the closest survivor, which is me,
Mm-hmm.
which is fine. It's a 1 die attack, Warren, so roll.
Hits.
It'll hit. Where's it hit? In the hands.
Mm-hmm.
I have a survival, so I will use it to negate it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's back to us.
If the target is knocked down, oh, that's okay. We're fine.
Yeah.
Okay, back to us.
All right. So,
I will dart him.
Yep. You're in range.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Hit.
Okay.
Wounding on 6s here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're getting him in the restless rump.
Mm-hmm.
2, nothing. It's got a reflex.
Yep.
Okay.
Turn the monster to face away from the attacker and full move towards a straight line. Chase it down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll activate and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not close enough to do anything.
Yeah. None of us are.
Yeah, we're just going to have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to get closer.
Maybe leave the ranged attacks to the end.
I could have moved it as well.
You can move as well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
And John
1,
just
2, 3, 4, 5.
chase it down.
And
yeah.
then
It'll
monster
go
does the
again.
thing again,
Mm-hmm.
which
so
is...
it's going to go forward and come back to me and attack me. Thankfully,
But at least we know what it's doing now.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's, if you look at it, the only thing it's really going to be doing is moving up and down in a line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We can now plan how to attack it.
Yeah. It's where you would wish for some of those finding shards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it'll attack me, needing a 3.
Yeah.
Who's the controller? You?
I think I'm now controller. Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 up.
Yeah.
Hits. Where?
Body. Have you got
So
armor there?
I do.
Yeah. So you just take it,
all right. Let me attack first this time because I'm in base contact.
and you want to get out of base
Mhm.
contact.
Yep. So I'll turn to face
Come
and attack
on.
with the swords, needing actually
Risk it.
I'm
on.
going to go for it. I'm going to
Yeah.
move it into its rear. I'll take the butt,
Uh-huh.
and who knows? I might make it move before it hits me. But that
Okay.
means I'm now hitting on 5s
Yep.
Oh, here we go.
and 8. So I've got a hit.
Okay, yeah.
So
Come on!
A trap! I don't believe it!
Okay,
Right.
so you're doomed.
yeah. Knock back 5,
Okay.
and I suffer 2 more brain damage, and I'm knocked down.
Yeah.
And it's going to slide forward. Full move, yeah.
Okay.
But that at least brings it closer to you guys.
It does.
So my brain is... I'm almost sane again. I'm on 2.
Well, no, you are sane. You have to have 3 to be insane.
Right,
You're just disturbed.
So I have
Okay.
wised up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I need to reshuffle this.
Chris, do you wanna go in there, or will we send John
Let's
in?
see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
I can get there, but if I go there, I'm going to block access.
So let's send John in first.
And he can go around the far side, yeah.
Mhm.
Come on, John. No
Knock
hits.
3, nothing.
Mhm.
Roll for his ticks.
Yeah, ticks. No, I roll for the ticks.
Alright.
He gets another minus strength token.
Yeah, for now.
Oh god, we're just heaving with ticks on us, and we're trying to.
But it'll only last 1 round, yeah? Or is it
No,
cumulative?
it's cumulative, isn't it?
Damn.
Which is why I'm going with trying to get crits.
Yeah.
Because I'm already messed
Go
up.
for it.
Okay. Do you want to go in like
Yeah,
Chris?
I've got to go in because you're mostly going to go with the high strength thing. So
So you going in with the bone dagger, or?
no, I'm going in with unarmed because I
Okay,
need 7s
yeah.
to hit, and I get
Yeah.
a hit, and I'm going to crit on an 8.
So it has something on the failure.
Yeah, okay. Oh, I
Take
get
it.
it anyway.
Oh, you
I
got
don't
a
care.
crit.
I'll
You
take
got
the
a
damage
crit.
on my model.
It's a crit on the horns. So gain 1 screaming antelope resource.
Uh-huh.
I
It's a
get
persistent injury, crushed crown, blood pours from the ruined crown, affects some AI cards.
so I think there's some which are like where it does gore, but of course it's not
Yeah.
going to affect them because.
So that gets removed.
Yeah, this goes away.
And we've now only got 1 wound left to do because
Basic
it's my base
action.
action. I got, even though I hit it in the head, that's a really weird one to draw. I got its bladder.
Oh, well, lovely. Right. I'm going to go at it
Oh,
with,
sorry,
the,
that's mine.
with
Bone
the
dart.
bone dart.
Try and finish it.
Okay.
It will be.
Yeah. 6.
6.
That's not a hit,
That's not a hit.
and you can
No.
move.
Um,
You're good where you are,
I'll
actually.
probably just stay where
Yeah.
I'm at.
Okay, so it takes its basic action.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So basic action, closest knockdown survivor in range if no target graze.
No graze, so
Move and attack, it says.
is that what it says? If there's no graze, if there are no move. No, instead it says if there are no acanthus plants on the board, instead move full forward in a straight line. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it stops there.
Okay.
So we've got it. If we can control it now.
Yeah.
That also means, in some respects, we have to present ourselves as targets, or otherwise it's just going to run rings around us.
Yeah. Well, I get to stand up.
And
I'm
yeah,
gonna
you
go
can activate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Now, why are you going to there?
Because if we make it move along that edge, you can herd it around to me.
That's a very good point.
Well done, Justin. Okay, let's send these guys into the rear again. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's start with John.
Send John first. Cannon fodder.
Oh, that's rough.
Okay, come on, John.
No hits.
No hits.
2.
And he's mostly going to get ticks.
Yeah. Yes, he gets ticks.
Oh, the unfortunate thing, before we get too far into this, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
We have to remember Buck, because he would have got that at the start.
Yeah, he would have.
So against me, he would need a 4+. Yeah, he hits and does damage to the body, which I take.
To John, he misses.
And so then he's there, and now we can move in. John moves in.
Ticks, which he gets is another -1 strength.
And then I move in with a hit.
Yeah. 2.
I don't know, can I just repeat this?
So, restless tiny hands on a failure.
Almost.
No weapon in you. Actually,
4, 5.
Melee
knock your
weapon.
weapon away.
Yeah, but I haven't got. It's.
Grasping tiny hands, knock your melee weapon away.
But I'm only using my hands, so it doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming into here.
And I have to roll for ticks again.
No,
Yeah.
And throw.
Okay,
Use
I'm
the
going
white
to throw
die.
the bone darts. Use the white die, yeah?
Because it's lucky. It's a hit.
It is
It
a
needs
hit.
a 6 or more. This could be.
What am I?
But-
What do I want?
Don't trap. If you trap, Justin.
Didn't trap.
6 or
It's
more.
the muzzle.
Okay.
It's a wound. You deal the final wound, and the antelope is dead.
Okay, I think it's bedtime.
That was a hell of a hunt.
We get a pelt. We
Yep.
get some more pelt. We get a bone shank. We
Uh-huh.
get some meat. A beefsteak. Yeah, we've already got some scream vein and
Yeah,
shank
and
bone.
you have its bladder.
And a bladder. Yeah.
Yeah.
We get a broken lantern. We get a monster hide. We get a monster organ and some more organs.
Right.
So it's a
Right.
real bounty.
Yeah, but I tell you, gents, let's actually do the settlement phase off camera
Well, what we're
Yes.
going to do is we're going to go into the settlement phase, and then what we'll come back to you guys
with a roundup.
With a roundup. So after a lengthy battle, we have now been through a lengthy settlement phase.
Yeah.
A ton of stuff has happened. So, how about we describe how our settlement is now, Chris?
Okay, so if we go through the phases, they returned. We've cleaned up any injuries on.
You need that?
I need him. We clean up any injuries that we have left on there. So we should have clean up anyone that's left.
Yep.
So we remove any injuries on their light and heavy. We remove any damaged armor. So all
Yep.
that refreshes.
Yeah.
They've gained XP. So John has finally hit an XP milestone.
Yep.
He's now going to become an expert with daggers.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
And he learnt the fighting art of being berserk. So that essentially means you choose that character gets knocked down for their action and takes the frenzy status effect from the injury table.
Yeah.
So that means he gets to be. He can't use survival, but he gets extra speed and gets some insanity and extra strength.
Just get stuck in.
A real badass. But a lot more has happened than that.
Right.
So the settlement event we had was the Dark Trader, and we had a look, and
Not really great.
it wasn't that great. So rather than using our resources and wasting them on randomness, we've put them to good use.
Okay.
So we updated then our death count, which was no one died. So that's a good thing. We update the timeline. So we're now on the end of essentially Lantern Year 3.
Yep, where it's quiet
And there's
here.
no event there
It's quiet. Yep.
for once. And then we've developed. So the first thing we've developed is paint.
Yep.
And that unlocks for us the survival action of dash. So now we can use the survival action to get an extra movement.
Right.
So that can be also used if we want to move in and attack, if we're too far away, or if there's a break point in the monster action where it goes, the monster targets you, you go, wait, it's targeted me, I'm going to run away.
Right. Okay.
And get out of range. And that will basically negate the monster's action, which is a good thing. So that's been good. What else have we innovated, Justin? We've made a ton of gear.
Yeah, we made some good gear. So, Warren, last game, we noticed that you were having some issues. You were throwing the darts away, trying to do damage, but the antelope was just too tough. So we've given you a bone axe. So this is a 2 dice attack.
Hits on 6s.
Yep, and 3 strength.
And 3 strength.
Which is brilliant for you.
It also has a special rule. Once per attack, if I critically wound, I can cause 1 additional wound.
2 points damage.
So it's 2 points of damage every
and potentially
per attack.
Per attack, and then potentially, that's going to be 4 damage if you crit on both. So it's a good weapon. You've also got monster grease.
Yes. What does it do then? I gain +1 evasion.
Yep. So you're now slippery.
Yeah.
And if you unlock all the 3 green affinities on your grid, you'll get an extra evasion.
So if I pick up some other greens and
do 3
lock them together,
connected,
yeah.
Okay.
So that's good. John has got back the bone dagger off my character, who we've retired for the time being. He's going to stay away from this fight, and he's got some monster grease.
Yep.
That's good for him. Justin,
I took nothing.
You took nothing. He's donated.
I'm happy as I am.
However,
because we made a bunch of gear for me initially, so we got some monster grease. We made the lion beast katars, so they're made from the claws. And the wonderful thing about those weapons, once you've got 2 of them, they can be used as pairs.
Right.
So in one attack, you use both weapons together. So that means you get the speed from both. So rather than hitting with 2 dice, you're rolling 4 dice for your attacks.
And they are +1 luck.
Okay, yeah.
Which would have been great on me because I was already lucky. But then things took a change as we started to use our endeavours. So obviously we used an endeavour to innovate to get the paint.
Yes.
And then we used your matchmaker ability, Warren.
Yep.
And so we rolled on the intimacy table, and because we have Protect the Young now, we rolled twice and picked the best result.
Yeah.
We rolled a 10, which means because we have Hovel, we got a special child, a saviour. And the moment they're born and cleaned up, in a blink, they disappear for a moment and then are returned clearly different. And they are powerful in many ways. So we now have Sarah, who was born of Adam and Eve.
Yep.
We're going with the biblical theme.
Yeah, we're sticking with it, yeah.
So as a red saviour, she has automatically a red affinity assigned to her. And for every red affinity that she has in total, so that's also from her gear grid where they're linked up, she will get an automatic hit on an attack.
Right.
So the Katars do 2. You have 2 affinities. Your attack's now auto-hit on her.
But I need 2 Katars.
No.
Has
That's
2.
a single Katar. If you have 2,
I would do 4.
Yeah, and 2 of those attacks would automatically hit.
Okay, right.
The other great thing about her is that as she ages, every time she hits an age milestone, she gets an extra permanent +1 strength.
Oh.
The downside,
she
ages quicker. So at the end of a hunt, she gets +3 XP on top of everything else.
And when she reaches the end, she retires.
Well, normally a character would retire, and there are ways and means around an old man not being able to fight. For the saviours, they disappear.
Oh. Well, she'll go out in a blaze of glory.
She is.
I'm taking control of Sarah, and Sarah and Warzan are going into battle.
Although there is a reason we chose a red saviour, because if you look at what we can build here, look at how many we can do with the red gates on them.
Lots of them. Yeah.
Exactly. So we can build lots of gear and really power her up really quickly.
Yep. So that is it. That's everything ready for the saviours.
Right.
For her, and we're geared up. We're ready to hunt a lion. I mean, that sounds like maybe a bit boring, but the antelope was a tough fight. But this time round, that lion is easy pickings.
The other thing I'm looking at is, with what we're able to build, hunting a lion is the best option, because that will allow us to build the best gear.
So, I have another thing called the fecal salve.
Oh, yes.
What is am I going to be smearing
You're
crap all
yourself.
over myself? Yeah,
Yes,
love it, love it. It's Walking Dead all over again, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Right. Well, we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
Join us in the next episode, because I smell a lion, and I think it's time we went and hunted one.